land of red rivers and blue hills, the home of diversified races with different cultures, customs, religions, traditions. Situated on the banks of the mighty rivers Brahmaputra and Barak, this state boasts of multiple cultures. They unite together and love to identify themselves as Assamese. Assam has over 95% of its estimated 26 million population living in rural areas, where agriculture and allied activities such as livestock, fisheries and forestry are predominant. The state is blessed with abundant fertile land and water resources. The climate of Assam is a mix of humid subtropical nature with warm, humid summer and cool, dry winter. Due to unique geographical identity, the state has a wide array of climatic conditions. Although rainfall in Assam is high, yet its distribution over time and space is not uniform. Agriculture in Assam is predominantly dependent on monsoon for its rice production, accounting for about 70% of the net cropped area. Landowners can utilize only 20% of their land in dry season because of limited access to assured irrigation. Due to this, diversification becomes extremely difficult. There are a number of underlying problems which need to be continuously addressed in order to sustain agricultural development and growth of the rural economy in Assam, like lack of adequate irrigation and farm mechanization facilities, inadequate market-linked technology transfer because of ineffective public sector-dominated service delivery mechanisms, low productivity of livestock, absence of effective producer organizations to facilitate better service delivery and connection to the market chain, inadequate rural road network, inhibiting movement of goods and trade compounded by deficient market yard infrastructure. Growth in agriculture creates new employment opportunities in the rural areas, and for the same, Government of Assam in recent years has taken up different projects and schemes. One of them being the World Bank funded project titled Assam Agricultural Competitiveness Project, in short AACP, with assistance from Government of India and the World Bank. The project activities are grouped into three basic components: A. Investment Grant Scheme, B. Agricultural Services and Market Chain Development, C. Infrastructure Development. The most important ingredient for a sustained development in the agricultural sector is the availability of assured irrigation facility, without which one cannot conceive any increase in productivity and modernization. AACP aims to create irrigation facilities for 176,000 hectares of cultivable land in the state through distribution of pump sets with 50% grant from project. To achieve this goal, emphasis was given on creation of 80,000 farmers groups consisting of 3 to 4 farmers. AACP adopted an innovative community procurement model where the farmer groups were empowered to procure pump set of their choice out of a range of qualified brands and models with different prices. The project has distributed about 48,000 numbers of STW and LLP pump set till February 2010. As a result, average cropping intensity of the project area has gone up to 173.15% from 128% at pre-project. The highest cropping intensity was recorded in the Nagaon district with 213.49%, followed by Morigaon district with 201.33% and Barpeta district with 196.29%. Concurrently, productivity of the crops grown in the project area has also gone up. The maximum productivity of 2,975 kilograms per hectare in respect of winter paddy was attained in Jorhat district, followed by 2,918 kilograms per hectare in Nagaon district. The average productivity of winter paddy in the entire project area has gone up to 2,654 kilograms per hectare from 1,567 kilograms per hectare at pre-project. There has been noticeable shift towards summer paddy cultivation as a result of the project's intervention in irrigation through pump sets. Maximum productivity of 6,049 kilograms per hectare was obtained in case of summer paddy in Jorhat district, followed by Kamrup district with 6,016 kilograms per hectare. Similarly, productivity of major vegetables cultivated in the STW areas like cabbage, cauliflower, brinjal and tomato has also gone up substantially. Mechanization is one of the essential agricultural input for the success of multiple cropping. AACP's farm mechanization aims to facilitate multiple cropping in areas opened up by irrigation development by fostering the development of agro-service groups and assisting them to obtain farm machinery and equipment for their own use and for contract farming, involving 750 groups comprising 10 to 20 farmers each for acquiring tractors and 1,500 smaller groups involving 5 to 10 farmers for acquiring power tillers. Farmer groups are encouraged and supported through appropriate training courses to operate this machinery as a business, maximizing both on-farm and off-farm use. Both tractors and power tillers are provided with 30% funding as grant from project and 50% loan from commercial banks and 20% contribution by the farmer groups. One of the finest examples can be seen at Ambagan village of Nagaon district, where a lady fought all the odds and came out as a winner. Mrs. Tankeshwari Malik endured, accepted and adopted all the positive inputs and grew from a small farmer to successful woman.
SDO sir aru ADO sir logot boja paramorkho korar pisot muk alu scheme eta dile atma gutor pora he alu kheti khini kora korute moi prothom 6 bigha korisilu he 6 bighar pora moi 3 bigha mati kiniboloi সক্ষম হৈছিলো প্ৰথম অৱস্থাত মই 3 জন মানুহ লৈছিলো সেই 3 জন মানুহৰ পৰা ধৰক পিছত পাৱাৰ টিলাৰখন যেতিয়া উলিয়ালো তেতিয়া 5 জনৰ গুট কৰিবলগীয়া হ'ল আৰু 2 জন মানুহ বহাই দিলো তাৰ পিছত ট্ৰেক্টৰখন লওঁতে 10 জনৰ গুট লাগে 10 জনৰ গুট লাগোতে মই আৰু 5 জন মানুহ বহাই দিলো দি পেলাই তেনেকৈ মানে হেৰি কৰি মই কমাত্ৰ এটাৰ পিছত এটা মানে কৰি আগুৱাই গৈ আছো
AACP envisages substantive reform of the extension system to enable the farmers to capitalize on new infrastructure and farm investments, including decentralized planning and funding. For collaboration between line departments, a district-level agency was established called Agricultural Technology Management Agency, or popularly known as ATMA, in 11 districts of the state. ATMA essentially is a management concept that more effectively utilizes manpower of existing extension system and other support services in the districts by fostering coordination among line departments and partnership with farmers' committees to develop and implement a decentralized extension agenda. ATMA is an effective demand-driven extension integrating allied line departments of the state government, such as agriculture, animal husbandry, dairy and fishery. Under Atma, improved and latest technologies are demonstrated to farmers for adoption in collaboration with the Assam Agriculture University. For example, a high-yielding mustard seed called B9 was demonstrated in Pubswalini village at Ambagan in Nagaon district, which has brought about a dramatic change.
Eto hoise amar master demonstration eto AACP er Atma antargoto laukha biase ami yat 3 hectare demonstration disu. Eto hoise master ro eto amar jat hoise B9 eto white master yar production to 15 quintal per hectare oin bilagot apunar 10 quintal hoy apnaloke dekhise yar apunar saw yar podor eto amar yat gutir size bilak dangor yar oil content to 35% thake kintu oin bilagot apunar 25 to 30% thake yar dam to proti quintalot 4000 taka kintu oin master ot apunar 3000 taka.
As a result, other farmers in the area got motivated to shift from traditional variety of mustard to the new variety. Similarly, turnaround is made through demonstration on other crops. One could see the impact of this radical change on the faces of people. The exuberant nature of people have reflected their vibrant culture. Its synonyms can be seen in their day-to-day life, whether it is in the form of entertainment or other physical activities. It truly justifies the moments, whether they are in traditional games or folk dances. The cuisine habits of the people of Assam distinctively favor the consumption of fish. There is a large untapped potential to develop this sector in the state. Fisheries sector occupies a very important place in the socio-economic development of Assam, as it has a great potential to raise farmers' income and also an employment generator. And most importantly, it is a source of livelihood for poor and also the landless farmers. The fish production of the state is about 187,000 metric tons per year against a demand of about 300,000 metric tons. AACP aims to boost the fish production in the state through development and improved management of the available water resources in farmers' ponds, community tanks and the beels, also known as oxbow lakes.
আগত আমাৰ যেটো পদ্ধতিতে আমি কৰিছিলো 3 বছৰ আমি যেটো মাছ উঠাও হে অনুপাতে এটা আমি বছৰক যেটো মাছ উঠা তাত বহুত বেছি.
The project envisages covering 2,500 hectare of farmers' ponds, 500 hectare of community tanks and 1,000 hectares of beels through clusters and groups approach.
Andapara JFMC he JFMC ri eta porisoy hoise amar
The farmers as groups contribute 50% of the cost for civil works for development of the ponds and tanks as kind and 10% cost of the inputs in cash. As per data of monitoring evaluation consultants, average productivity in project areas in ponds has gone up from 485 kilograms per hectare at pre-project 2 3,277 kilograms per hectare and from 875 kilograms per hectare at pre-project 2, 2,613 kilograms per hectare in case of tanks. Similarly, in case of beels, the productivity has got enhanced from 480 kilograms per hectare and 973 kilograms per hectare. Going by the huge potential and quantum jump in productivity, the World Bank has suggested expansion of this sector substantially. The project, as a part of integrated fish culture, has also taken up pig cum fishery schemes, where the process of fish hatching is integrated with pig rearing. The residues of pig feed are fed to the fishes, thereby saving and supporting 2 ventures by one process. Availability of quality fish seed is paramount for development of fisheries sector, and thus the project has taken up developing fish hatcheries at selected locations. The project aims to encourage improved private fish hatchery operations to reduce detrimental hybridization of species and improve the quality of fingerlings sold to the fisher community. The intention is to overcome the problem of genetic deterioration of fish seed through production of improved quality seed. So far, 12 improved mini hatcheries have been established under private sector and 4 mini hatcheries in government sector covering 11 districts of the state.
The experience in 4.5 years has been very encouraging. We have found that there has been substantial increase in the productivity for the fish farmers. It has gone manifold and it has resulted in super profit.
Development of livestock sector, one of the very important activity of the farmers. The livestock and dairy activities at AACP aim to upgrade the productive capacity of livestock dairy herds of smallholders and landless producers through an artificial insemination program, coupled with smaller programs for poultry, ducks, pigs and goats. The project aims to facilitate improved milk marketing through the formation of 500 DCS and self-help groups. It also supports and creates a provision for milk handling and chilling facilities for cooperative unions. The DCS are spread over 9 milk shed districts of Assam. To facilitate efficient marketing of milk produced by DCS SHGs, the management of West Assam Milk Union Limited milk processing plant was handed over to the National Dairy Development Board, NDDB. The NDDB revived the ailing plant of Vamul, and this has opened a new milk avenue which has helped to develop new ways of organizing farmers.
ये डायरी होने के आगे में जो दूध देता था हम लोग, तो साप्ताहिक जो पेमेंट के लिए हम लोग बहुत कष्ट मिला था हम लोग को। जब सोसाइटी हुआ तो हम लोग एक कमिटी बन गया, तो कमिटी के अंडर में जब डायरी हो गया तब कमिटी को बिल उठाने का जिम्मा कमिटी के ऊपर में आ गया। पाइकारी भी थोड़ा बिल क्लियर देना शुरू किया।
This has created more opportunities for farmers. They have started rearing cows, thereby sustaining their imbalances due to seasonal agriculture practices. Earlier, they had no organized plans to utilize the animal wealth, but now, with support of AACP, it has also come under the organized sector. Another facility which the DCS members started was the credit facility amongst the members of DCSs without interest, which was earned from the sale of milk and value-added products.
ये डायरी खोलने के बाद में लोन मिला लगभग 28 आदमी का, लगभग 30 लाख। वो 30 लाख से हम लोग गाय खरीद कर अभी प्रोडक्शन आगे में 400 था, अभी हो गया 1000।
In order to support the milk production and its marketability, a chilling plant was revived at Kopili Kolong. The plant at the moment is processing milk and supplying it to the nearby township. As a result of the project initiatives, the milk productivity in project areas has gone up from 1.12 to 2.75 liters unit per day. Naturally beautiful, Assam with its rich evergreen forest cover of about 13,924 kilometers. In forest fringe areas of the project aims to strengthen the community institutions and stewardship. It incorporates aspects such as improved conservation and sustainable use of biodiversity in selected ecosystems, reforestation of degraded lands, soil conservation, and reducing fuel wood demand from existing forests. Considering the success of the NARMIL implemented through Joint Forest Management Committees, JFMCs, in 2 pilot divisions, the World Bank had upscaled it to 7 more divisions. The Indian Forest Policy of 1988 and the subsequent government resolution on participatory forest management emphasize the need for people's participation in natural forest management. The policy document asserts that local communities should be motivated to identify themselves with the development and protection of the forests from which they derive benefits. Thus, the policy envisages a process of joint management of forests by state governments and the local people, which would share both the responsibility for managing the resource and the benefits that accrue from this management. Under Joint Forest Management, JFM, village communities are entrusted with the protection and management of nearby forests. JFMCs are being formed with a view to provide sustainable forest management that may on one hand aid to conserve forests and on the other lead to the well-being of the community by integrating natural resources. AACP has thus promoted and sponsored JFMCs to achieve these objectives. So far, 1,625 hectare forest area has been regenerated under the project. Chitra Nala oil, a product of Regional Research Laboratory Assam, made from particular grass, is very popular natural mosquito repellent. The JFMCs are growing these grass in between forest plantation areas as a part of income generating activity. This grass is burnt in a chamber and the oil is extracted. The oil is very popular in Assam as well as in other states and sold in the market. Assam offers ample scope for cultivation of a wide variety of agricultural crops because of its diversities in topography, altitude and climatic conditions. As of now, these products are sold mainly in the local markets and mostly in the form of primary produce. All efforts to boost agriculture production with marketable surplus will not be sustainable unless a proper marketing system is not in place. Therefore, along with all the development work, AACP aspires to put in place the infrastructure support to rural markets along with marketing extension. The project envisages infrastructure development of 24 rural wholesale markets and 18 rural huts. The project used an objective scoring and selection process to identify these expanding markets. These markets, once completed, will facilitate the farmers to get better remunerative prices for the farm produce. It is already evident from the M&E report that Assam is one of the regions in the northeast where roads were needed for fast and speedy distribution of farm products. Rural road development facilitates the growth of all modes of agriculture and allied activities such as production, distribution and transportation to market. The project undertook 716 kilometers of roads for upgradation to black-topped and also conversion of old timber bridges on these roads to RCC. AACP also took up another 1,000 kilometers of gravel surfaced roads for rehabilitation. The government of Assam, assessing the situation, has forged an understanding with the World Bank in order to spend a substantial amount for maintenance of the rural roads in the state. Growth is a phenomenon, yet within the reach of man. Only a small effort and a strong vision is required, which AACP provided. The results are there to